Hi, first grade. Want to hear a joke about a hamburger? Where do hamburgers go to dance? At the meatball. Anyways, today we will collect and organize data. How? We will organize data into a bar type graph and answer questions based on the data. Why? It is important to be able to interpret information accurately. First, let's review our vocabulary. Tally marks. Say tally marks. One line for each object that you count. The fifth line crosses the other lines. Key. Say key. It explains how much each object is worth. So the key is right here. It tells you that one vote equals one happy face. Title. Say title. It explains what the graph is about. This graph is about favorite fruit. Picture graph. Say picture graph. It's a way to organize data using pictures. Bar type graph. Say bar type graph. That's a way to organize data using bars. Labels. Say labels. They explain what the items on the graph are for. This is a label and the fruit pictures are a label. Here is our tally chart of favorite foods. And then yesterday we made a picture graph of our favorite foods. Today we are going to make a bar type graph of our favorite foods. We have to have our title, favorite foods, because that's what our graph is about. Then we have our labels, food, and number of votes. And then we have our different foods. So let's go back to our picture graph and see how many liked hamburgers. Let's count them with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There was 14 people that liked hamburgers the best. So we need to color in 14 squares. Now each square represents one vote. If I count each square, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 people liked hamburgers. We can also look at the bottom. It stops at the number 14. So 14 squares is 14 people that liked hamburgers the best. How many liked tacos the best? Let's count our taco people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I need to color in 6 squares for 6 people. Now I've colored in 6 squares on my bar type graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because 6 people voted for tacos. This is the 6th square, so there are 6 squares colored. Now we need to fill in the bars for mac and cheese. How many liked mac and cheese? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to need to color in 12 blocks all the way up to this 12th square. So now we can see that 12 people like mac and cheese the best. The blue squares stop at the 12. They're colored all the way up to the 12. Now, how is our bar type graph the same as our picture graph? Are they about the same foods? Yes, they are. Do they use pictures on both of them? No, they use pictures of the food. Yes, that's how they are like. Do they both have the same title? Yes, they do. Do they both have the same key? No, they really don't, because these are not happy face guys. These are squares. These are called bars. That's why this is a bar type graph. It does say number of votes, so each square is a number of votes, is one vote. But we're using bars to show how many liked hamburgers and tacos and mac and cheese. What did we use on this one? That's right, we used the happy face guys to show the number of votes. So now we're going to take our bar type graph and we're going to answer some questions about our bar type graph. So here we are. How many voted for hamburgers? See the arrows? That means you need to go back to your bar graph and count the hamburgers. How many voted for tacos? See the arrows? Go back and count the tacos. How many voted for mac and cheese? What are you going to do? Go back and count the mac and cheese. What food had the most votes? It's easier to look at a bar type graph and see which one has the most, isn't it? You don't have to count each individual bar. You can tell which one has more just by looking at it. Isn't that easier? Then which food had the least? Can you tell which one had the least without counting them? Yep, me too. After you finish answering your questions, save it and turn it into your teacher. Then watch the 2 videos on tally marks and surveys. And then you're going to go to Extra Math and iStation and the math apps that your teacher wants you to go to. What did you learn today? You learned that tally marks are 1 line for each object that you count and that you count a group of 5 by 5s. The key tells you what each object is worth. The title tells you what the graph is about. A picture graph uses pictures to organize the data. And a bar type graph is a way to organize data using bars. Labels tell you what the items on the graph are for. And we made a bar type graph using favorite foods. Our title is favorite foods. Our labels are foods and number of votes. And then we used the bars to tell us how many votes each food got. And when you are finished, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.